Welcome back to Studio 5. Adding meaning to the season is a priority for a lot of families this time of year, and my next guest can help put us in a better position to find depth and also connection in our relationships. Author Dr. Joseph Jarvis is here to help us get started down that path. It's great to have you. Great to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
Your book is a timely one for Christmas, though not necessarily written with the holiday season in mind. Tell us a little bit about what the single eye sees and what drew you to kind of put your thoughts on paper.
Well, the single eye is a New Testament concept, and it comes also into the Doctrine and Covenants, section 4, in a description of about what it is that we do in order to be disciples of Christ. In that section, very short section, it talks about our relationships with God, with other people, and with ourselves, as well as the single eye. And that's where I got the ideas, from the scriptures. You
said after years, scripture study included in this, but after years of giving sermons at church and being asked for notes or asked for direction, you finally decided to put these thoughts to paper, also kind of a living testimony of your own thoughts and intents of your heart.
I want my children, who are now all grown and raising families of their own, to know what I thought when I was raising them and how I feel about things today. So I put it together for them too.
There's no way in our short time together we could summarize, accurately and in a detailed way themes like faith, hope, and charity. But how do you feel like your perspective to those themes and those values is different or unique?
Well, faith, I think, is what we call love of God in the scriptures. I think that's a different way of viewing it than most people imagine it to be.
Love of God.
Charity is love of other people. That makes sense, and that feels right. So faith and charity are something that Jesus actually used as his first two great commandments. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, might, mind, and strength, and love your brothers and sisters. Love other people. What we often forget about, which is, I think, very relevant at this time of year, is hope. And that is a relationship with yourself. A Christian has a proper perspective about him or herself. And if they fail in that regard by either being too proud or being so despairing and unhappy with themselves, either way, they're not able to have either faith or charity. Because if you don't think you're worth anything, then you can't believe that God could care about you.
So it does start with that individual view that you described in the beginning.
And if you don't think you have anything to offer, you can't really love other people either. Likewise, if you're too proud, you don't think you need God. So you can't have that relationship, and you certainly don't need other people.
So all three important in the pursuit of our deeper relationships with a God or with those that we love here on earth.
That is why in the scriptures, faith, hope, and charity are always talked about together. Because you can't really do one of them without doing all three of them.
Well, thank you. You've just scratched the surface of some of the themes you do discuss in the book. Where can we get a copy?
The book's available on Amazon and other online sources, and in Deseret Book and Covenant bookstores, a variety of other places.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Jarvis, for sharing your perspective. We appreciate it. Merry Christmas.
Thanks.